What's going on, boys? We back. We back in the park with it. I got a special video for you guys today. I want to talk about how self-improvement content can ruin your life and how it almost ruined mine, actually. When I was first going through my personal development journey, one thing that I started doing is I started to literally listen to self-improvement content 24/7. Now, at one point of my journey, this was needed because I was walking around on a daily basis with a negative mindset, limiting beliefs, and I didn't think that all of these things that I wanted to accomplish, like having a great physique, having an abundant dating life, everything that I have now, I didn't think it was really possible for me. And so I had to brainwash myself in the sense of removing my limiting beliefs and introducing this new successful winner mindset. But it got to this point where I already changed my beliefs. I already changed up my mindset. And yet I was still listening to this type of content for comfort. That's what it was. I was listening to it for comfort. And maybe you relate. You watch a whole bunch of self-improvement content, whether it's pickup artist content, cold approach content, dating advice, fitness advice, all of these things. And yet you don't see any actual real world changes. Maybe your mindset changes, but in the real world, nothing's really changes. You're still single. You still get no matches on dating apps. You're still afraid to speak to women. You're still not in the shape that you want to be in. And I'm telling you right now, it's because you're watching too much content and you're not applying it. That's what it comes down to. That's what I was doing. You're watching too much content and you're not applying it. You could watch the game all you want, right? But at one point, you have to get inside the field and put yourself out there and actually take action on all of these things that you're learning through the content. So even some of you guys who maybe subscribe to me, who watch every single one of my videos, who are in my DMs telling me how much you love my content, you have to understand that it comes to a point where you have to apply this content into your life. You're never going to get better with women. You're never going to get a better physique if you just watch content about it. You have to go in the real world and have real world experience. If you keep watching content of guys approaching women, sure, now you know that shit's possible. Now you know that, okay, I can actually go out and approach a woman and it's going to have a good result. But you need to see for yourself. You need to go out and do it. And for years, guys, I used to watch these types of content. Pickup artist content, cold approach content, but I wouldn't be doing any approaches. And so my dating life stayed stuck. And so my confidence stayed stagnant. My physique stayed stagnant. I watched videos of like day in the life of a fitness influencer, all these workout videos, but I wasn't doing the workouts. I wasn't living like the fitness influencers. But until I cut down on the amount of content I consumed, and I started actually creating, I started actually going out into the real world and applying all of the value that I learned. That's when my life changed. That's when I got to the best shape of my life. That's when I started to have an abundant dating life. And I started to actually attract women. I started to be able to speak to women more easy because I put myself out into the real world. But you could watch me on Instagram, working out. It may give you a little dopamine rush. It may give you some motivation to go to the gym. But if you don't go to the gym without the content, then you're just going to stay stuck, guys. You can't rely on the content. You have to apply this shit. If this is like your 5th video on watching on YouTube today on self-improvement, click off this video after you finish watching it and go out into the real world. Today, guys, I forced myself to do this. I was at home creating content for you guys, answering my clients' messages, answering DMs from guys that want to join my mentorship. And I was like, okay, I need to start practicing what I preach. Yes, I'm doing the work. Yes, I'm working with my clients, but I have to actually be in the real world. Everything that I give you guys, all the advice I give you guys comes from real world experience. I actually live through this shit on a daily basis. And so what I did was, it's a nice day today in New York. I went to the park. I walked around the park. I did cold approaches. I spoke to strangers. I put myself out there. I worked on my physique. I got my steps in. And I worked on my social skills by speaking to other people. You're never going to become a more charismatic social person if you're just texting people all day, if you're just swiping on dating apps all day. Guys, dating apps are great, but you have to put yourself in the real world. If all you do is rely on dating apps, then eventually you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck because you're going to go out on a date with this girl that you met on a dating app, but you have no social skills, you have no charisma, you have no like real world knowledge of how to apply everything that you learned on a date. You just watched, oh, do this on a date, do this on a date, speak to women this way, do this to get more matches. Okay, cool. You got the matches. You have a nice dating app profile. Now you have to put yourself in the public every day. Speak to women every day. Make that shit a part of your lifestyle. The guys who get the most fit are the ones that make fitness a part of their lifestyle. They don't just focus on fitness when they're inside the gym. Their whole lifestyle revolves around fitness. They go in the morning, they get their steps in. They go to the gym, they get their workout in. They come home from the gym, they're eating healthy. They go to the grocery store, they're buying healthy food products that are gonna supply all the nutrients that they need to get in shape. People call them out to go drink, they say no, because they live a healthy lifestyle. That's how you actually get in shape for the long run. That's how you keep a great physique. And it's the same thing with your social confidence. It's the same thing with speaking to women. Good job, bro. You watched all those Ray-Ban POVs of guys doing cold approaches. You know the perfect line to say. You know the perfect pickup line. You know how to get a girl's number. But when are you going to go out and put yourself in the actual day-to-day situation and approach these women? I'll tell you guys something, guys. I literally just now did an approach right before making this video. This girl, her whole face lit up like she was smiling ear to ear before I even said a word. Like as soon as I got her attention, her whole face just lit up. These women are out here. I'm telling you guys, if you're a handsome man, if you're in shape, if you're already watching the self-improvement content, that means you're on the right path. They're waiting for you to speak to them. A lot of guys are timid. A lot of guys only speak to women that are in their social circles. I see this on a day-to-day basis. Everyone's just in their own little groups, but nobody actually interacts with other people outside of their social circles. You have to be that person. You have to be the outlier. That's what's going to make you stand out. And I'm telling you, these women are waiting for you to do that. She's walking in the park, bro. She got her nice little outfit on. She got makeup on for a reason. She's like, I wish one of these guys who are in shape would just come up to me and speak to me. She has all these guys in her DMs. But guys, DMing a woman isn't bold. It's not confident. You're literally hiding behind a screen. Yes, should you do it? You could do it, right? Right? You can use the dating apps. I do that too. But what's going to make yourself stand out from every other guy is if you go out in the real world. You reach down between your two legs, you grab your balls, and you actually approach these women because they want to be approached, guys. They want to be approached. They want guys to speak to them. They take care of themselves for a reason. They put on that nice outfit just to go on a walk for a reason. They're waiting for it. Stop trying to limit yourself and think that, oh, every woman is just looking for attention. No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they want attention, but they want attention from the right guys. And a lot of them will give you the chance to speak to them, to get their phone number, to take them out if you just do it properly. And that's one of the best feelings when you speak to a woman, when you were like hesitating, oh, should I go talk to this girl or not? And then you go out and you do that approach. And it's like before you even say a word, or as soon as you say like, hey, excuse me, and her whole face lights up, that's one of the best feelings, guys. Everyone always talks about, oh, what if she rejects me? What if she makes a nasty face? What if I get embarrassed? But there's a whole other side to this. I'm telling you, when you're in shape, when you have your habits on lock, when you're not beating your meat, when you're not watching porn, when you're actually out in the real world, and this is what happens. But if you're staying inside all day, if you're watching porn, if you're beating off, if you're looking at all these Instagram girls shaking ass, you're going to start to objectify women. You're going to start to get awkward. And that's why you hesitate to speak to them in person. Guys, no fap is cool. Not beating off is cool. Obviously you should practice that, right? Semen retention, cool. Go ahead, do that. But it's not going to work if you don't apply the real world application. You understand? As you're doing nofap, go out and gradually like put yourself into uncomfortable social situations. You can start off just by asking for directions, just by asking, oh, where's the nearest Starbucks? Where's the nearest grocery store? Where's the nearest 7-Eleven? Right? Start off just making little compliments and not expecting anything from the woman. And over time, as you're doing the nofap, as you're abstaining from, pornographic content, and you're putting yourself in these real world situations, you're gonna notice that your social confidence, it gets so much greater. But all of these, like, I used to watch these videos, guys, these like nofap videos. Oh, you're gonna have superpowers on nofap. You can have superpowers on nofap, superpowers, right? You can have all this social confidence, but only if you put yourself in those situations. Just abstaining from the material, right? Just abstaining from watching that type of content is not going to make you socially confident. It's going to make you respect yourself a little more, which is 100%. I always speak about self-respect. You need self-respect. But take that self-respect that you have for yourself now, and now go put yourself out there. Because real women, beautiful women, are waiting for a guy who has self-respect, from a guy who's, trying to be on the right path, trying to get his money up, working on his physique. They're waiting for a guy like that to approach them. The world is full of weirdos, guys. The world is full of weirdos. The world is full of guys who beat off all day, who don't take care of their physique, who eat like shit, and they're tired of it. I speak to these women, guys. They're tired of this shit. They're tired of guys with weird social media profiles. They're tired of guys who don't take care of themselves, having more confidence than the guys who are actually putting in the work. A lot of these guys that do these cold approach videos, you take a look at what they look like. They're not even in shape. They don't even take care of themselves. That's why they get rejected, but they're still out there putting themselves out there. And so even a guy like that will have greater results than you, someone who's in shape or getting in shape, someone who's, reading books, on his grind, building a business, whatever it may be. You're on the right path. You're on the path to being an elite man. The guy that isn't doing any of that, but he's putting himself out there, he's going to have greater results than you. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with a guy who doesn't put in anywhere near as much work as you, doesn't sacrifice anything as much as you, doesn't have blood, sweat, and tears behind the self-improvement shit? Are you okay with him cleaning up and taking all the women? Because that's what's going to happen. Eventually, the women are going to settle, right? And you see that happen all the time. You see a baddie walking with a guy that's not even that attractive, that's out of shape. A lot of times, it's because that guy just simply shot his shot. While you're over here, looks maxing and worrying about the fucking angle of your jawline. And you think that, oh, because your jawline is 2 degrees off, you can't go out and approach a woman. You have to put a filter on your face and then go on a dating app. Get in the real world, guys. That's the video for today. Get off this video once I'm done. And I'm telling you, just go out, go for a walk. Don't have any intentions behind it. You see a beautiful girl, give her a compliment. That's it. If you're someone who's more socially advanced, start a little conversation. Make an observation about the woman and speak to them. They're waiting for you, my G. They're waiting for you. And if you want my personal help, guiding you every step of the way to learn how to cold approach, to learn how to have an abundant dating life, to learn how to get into the best shape of your life so that you actually become the type of man that's capable of doing these things. That's not just self-improving for no reason. If you want my personal help with this, to help you do exactly what I've done for myself and all my clients, you want me to guide you every step of the way, I have 2 spots left for March for my one-on-one mentorship. You can apply for it in the link in the description. Just click that link. You're gonna fill out a form, and then you're gonna book a call with me. In the call, we're just gonna discuss your goals, your life, your situation, and whether or not my program is actually a good fit for you. Or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. The link will also be in the description. And just let me know you came from YouTube. Let me know what you're struggling with. I want to get to know you and your situation. And then I'll let you know if this is something that I can personally help you with. But I'm tired of guys leaving potential on the table, guys. A lot of you guys, you're made for more. You're made for more, and you're making the same mistakes that I used to make. Don't learn the hard way. Fast track your results with women, with your physique, with the life that you want to live, and get into alignment, guys. Once again, if you want my personal help with this, 2 spots left for March. Click that link in the description. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe. See you boys soon. Stay dangerous.